Hey up, now then. Good morning all. Well, today's Tongduro day, and last night I was thinking, do I even want to go today, because I really wasn't feeling very well at all, but the sun has come out even though it was absolutely chucking it down here in Yorkshire. So I'm just going to get me a couple of egg McMuffins and a coffee, and then we'll head over to Tong, and you guys can come with me. Exciting.
There you are.
Cheers, Tat.
Thank you.
Hiya.
Documenting my day.
Oh, really? Hello.
How you doing? Andy Lunn.
Andy Lunn. Okay, let's find your.
I'm on an e-bike, does that help you?
Yes, it does actually. 103 e-bike. Yep, that's correct.
So on.
So I'm going to give you your number now, Andy. And that is 103. If you go to Jack, he'll give you your timing chip and there's some price
Sweet.
there for you.
Cheers, thank you. 103.
Andy,
That's the one.
it's just well on your right wrist.
All times.
Yeah.
Shall explode if I take it off. There we go. Nice one. We've got the number 103, and we've also got, this is the chip that we wear for the actual timing module. We've got to keep that on at all times so they can keep track of us. A little bit like the government with COVID-19. Leave it. Anyway, let's get this on the bike and then we'll go for a little wander, because we've actually got the ability to go for a walk around the course now. So we'll go and have a look around the course as well. And we get to do a test ride now. I think it's for a couple of hours. Hello and welcome to Tongduro 2021. Something that really isn't my bag. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Well, Enduro isn't really my thing. As you know, here on the channel I tend to prefer cross-country, but with Tongduro being right on my doorstep, almost literally on my doorstep, I thought it would be foolish for us not to enter it and just experience another aspect of the wonderful world of not only mountain biking, but a different genre within the area that we all love, if that makes sense. I will be doing, I think, some cross-country racing, probably back end of this year and next year on a normal mountain bike. But for now, let's head off here into Tongduro. We'll have a look at the track. We'll have a look at a little bit of the scenery and some of the other bikes and the riders are around and what's here. This video, I don't want to make it too overly long, and then we'll have a look at a couple of the downhill practice runs, and then we'll have a look at the race, and I'll give you my thoughts and feelings here at Tongduro. But enough waffle, more enduro, more injuries, more coming off, and more. Bloody hell, she's beautiful. More Heidi iBike. What I'm hoping for is, if there are 12 e-bike riders, I'm aiming to come in the top 6. If I can get anywhere near the middle ground, I'll be more than happy. There's some young lads here. I've seen them all tricked up doing bloody wheelies and all sorts in the bloody car park. So I know there's some guys here who are very, very capable. And Enduro's not really my thing, cross-country is, so this will be interesting. I think the adrenaline rush will be amazing, and I'll probably end up riding beyond my skills and come off. But you'll find out as we do the video. There's 4 runs here today, and you've got to do each one twice. So whether I film all of them, I don't know. It's time, I think, now to head up towards the actual briefing, and from there we get an hour and a half to practice all 4 trails as many times as we want. And then it begins after lunch. I'm doing an adrenaline rush already. So as you can see, this is one of the trails here. And we've put some jumps in, which is not my favourite flavour of anything. So we're probably going to be dipping these rather than jumping them. So this is trail 1. And I can't remember anything over the brow of this hill. I should have come and had some more practice, really. For some unknown reason to me, I didn't put on the knee and shin pads. I noticed a lot of the other riders didn't have them on, and I thought, you know what, I'm not going to wear them then. And lo and behold, there was a certain hill, I think it was on Trail 3, that as you went over the brow, it was off camber, and I hit some of these sniper routes. Down I went, all the way down to the bottom of the hill, and I really, really hurt myself. I've gashed my knee open quite badly, and I knew I'd cut myself because it felt wet under the clothing. I actually felt sick for a little bit, but you know what? I'm from Yorkshire. We're made of tougher grit than that. So I battled on and I didn't think about it, but I did have the pads on after that. But it just shows you that when you least expect it is when you can come off and hurt yourself. But we will go back and have a look at that hill, because I was told by one of the marshals that at least 3 or 4 people had come off on exactly the same hill. And later on when I visited, they were telling me that some people were even completely slowing down to that bit, or other people were trying to jump completely over it down onto the road, which is incredible. Hats off to those people. I do wish that there was a bit more opportunity to be able to come on and practice on the trails maybe the day earlier. I think that would help me, just me personally. I don't know about anybody else, but when there's 250 odd riders and clumps of riders are waiting to practice on each one, and you have to wait 30 seconds between each rider, it could be 7 to 8 or even 10 minutes for you waiting before you get to have one go on it, then ride all the way back up from the bottom of the trail all the way back up. So that's my excuse for today, ladies and gentlemen, and why I wasn't in the top 3. Yeah, that's my excuse. I'm sticking to it, that I just didn't get enough practicing on the trails. But practice was over, and I decided to go back and have a look at that hill that almost bloody killed me. So I've come for a walk here down on Trail 3, which is the one where I went over the bars. And yeah, I've hurt myself. So I think it was 3. As you can see, the conditions, oh God, as you can see, the conditions are really, really slippy. I think this is where I came off. I was fine down here. I came bombing down here, and I think it was this one here. As I came over here, over the top, you can see how slippy that is there, where the rocks have just been, the mud has been rubbed in, and it's somewhere around here that I probably hit one of these, which are so slippy. And because it's off camber here, this is where I came off, and I actually came off just over the brow here, and I ended up at the bottom. So yeah, I've really hurt myself on that knee. So I need to decide, now we're here, what the best angle is going to be to come down there. As you can see, very, very slippy. Very slippy. As you come bombing over there, because you actually come down here with speed. So it looks like it's either the centre line with absolutely no brakes, but it's these, this and this, where I've seen people coming off. Such a tricky one. God, I can feel the adrenaline running already. I'm going to start on 3. Get the worst one over and done with first. Oh, my knee is, oh, that knee is killing me. Oh my God, I'm going to have a look at that when we get back. I bet it's the size of an elephant. If only other things were. The tension is palpable. And it's a terrible start. So far, we're going faster. We always go into the mud there. Oh, shite. Come on, Ivy, you're doing well. Put it down now. so difficult to remember the tracks with having only ridden them once. And as you'll hear me mention many times on this video, you want to go faster, but you're never quite sure what's over that next hill, how steep it is, how far down it goes, etc, etc. Now there are a few people, shall I say, made a few little cheeky comments. There's a cube rider behind me there, about when you're riding back up, but do you know what, that's an e-bike, that's what it's for. I'm going to use the power to climb back uphill. It's a zero advantage, absolute zero advantage going downhill on an e-bike. You have got some more weight on the bike, it takes you longer to slow down, you could say it's a bit more stable, but I'm not following that line of inquiry at all. The only advantage here today is when you come in from the bottom all the way back up to the top, obviously on an E, you can just power up and glide. I told you it was muddy. Well done, Heidi, well done. I told you it was muddy. Jesus. I captured a lot more footage here at Tongduro, but I don't think that's going to be of much interest to you, the viewers, or my subscribers. What Tongduro did open my eyes to is certain areas where I think I need to improve my skills on the trails, especially when it comes to thick mud and off camber. Now, when I came off in practice, I think it really did knock my confidence a little bit, and I noticed on the actual races I was going slower than I was in practice. Coming off and really hurting my knee has also made me realise that at my age you don't heal as quickly, and if I want to put knee pads on, then why not? Put as much body armour on as you want, as long as that doesn't encourage you to override your skills, especially when we're up in the peaks and the dales and the lakes, bombing down those hills over potato and pineapple sized rocks. So it's something I'm going to look at, and I think I'm going to get some professional instruction to help me improve those skills and fill in the gaps where I feel I have a slight weakness. So today's Enduro really did help there. Did I enjoy it? Yes, I enjoyed it. I was never going to be getting on the top of that scoreboard, but it was more today about being part of it, experiencing something exciting, and I think it's going to open the door to me taking part in cross-country races and maybe the odd little enduro race once I've got my confidence up on jumping. There were a few little hills and jumps there where I feel I could have jumped them, but my confidence was just knocked a little bit. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Let me know if you took part in Tongduro and how you found the day and how you actually found the trails. I thought the organisation was pretty good. I do think at the bottom of one or two of the trails the timing board chips were facing vertical and they should have been horizontal so that you could actually see better where the end of the trail was. Barring that, a fantastic day, and next year I think I will marshal next year so I can have a look at some of the faster riders and have a look at some of the lines and the techniques that they're using here in the mud. There we go, GoPro covered in mud. That is the end of Tongduro. So there we go. What's really strange is when I was in the queue for one of the rides up there, somebody said to me behind me, they went, "How's Heidi doing?" Heidi I was like, "What? Who? What? Yeah, oh, Heidi. Yeah, I said, she's doing all right. She's doing all right. Bless her, she's done all right today. Only the one off." But there we go, there's still some riders coming in. But I've enjoyed my time here. I hope you enjoyed this little bit of coverage of Enduro. I'm not going to be hanging around for the presentation because yours truly will be last, probably. But we'll have a look at the scoreboard and the score sheets once the final results have come in. And if we're last, well, do you know what? I've enjoyed it. It's an experience. Maybe, just maybe I might ride again. We'll see. Anyway, thumbs up, like, subscribe and share. And if you've enjoyed this video, I'll see you in some more cross-country videos. And we'll see. Straight off. Oh shit. Sick.